Welcome back to the channel. Today, guys, we are going to be starting on getting our clutch lever installed. That way we can have a clutch. So going from the 289 to the T5, the C4 we originally had in there, down to the manual T5. We also need a clutch lever. So I ordered the kit from Modern Driveline. First thing we're going to do, starting this process, is we're going to start with getting out the old clutch or pedal assembly, getting it out, adding in the roller bearings, getting the clutch lever or clutch pedal actually in. We just got the motor and transmission out, so after we get this guy in, hopefully it won't take too long, we can actually go ahead and get all of the components for the hydraulic clutch assembly in the engine bay, and then at that point we should hopefully be ready to put everything back together. So we're gonna bring you inside the car. I don't know how this is gonna go. I took a peek at it already. It looks like it's gonna be pretty difficult to really film or anything up in there. So I will do my best and probably kind of explain what I'm gonna do, take the camera out, do it off camera, and get it back in. This looks like a pretty pretty easy upgrade. Pretty much just replacing some of these bearings. I don't exactly know where these two big washers go or anything like that. So we will more than likely be able to figure it out pretty easy. It looks like there's directions right there. And Andy Cruz has a really good video too on online. So I've watched it before, probably, I don't know, a year or two ago. So I'm sure I'll be able to find it and kind of reference that as well. So let me get back into the car, guys, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys, so this is going to be kind of difficult to see. I'm sorry about this camera angle, it's about to get crazy. But we need to remove the pedal assembly. And in order to do that, it looks like we're going to have to move some bolts. So let me go ahead and pan this kind of up. So there is our pedal assembly. Try to tighten up my... Okay, let's just take the phone out. Okay. So our pedal assembly, as you guys can see, it looks like we need to take out those two bolts there on the right hand side. Those studs, they are in the engine bay, obviously. We need to take out the cotter pin and everything on the brake lever itself. And then we do have another third looking bolt. It looks like right here above that green wire, there's another stud right there. In order to do that, we're gonna have to remove all of the components. Oh man, this is difficult. All the components there on the brake level, brake pedal itself, cotter pin, something to kind of push through there, everything like that. So now we got to find those screws and bolts on the engine bay, which I think I got a pretty good idea where they're at, which is right next to the master cylinder, which means there's like no room virtually. So it looks like we got one right there, right up over here. And you're not gonna be able to see with the sun, but right behind our Willwood master cylinder. And I think there's another one down below, somewhere in this area. It might actually be covered by this bracket for the master cylinder. I hope not. I'm not entirely sure. So we're gonna have to find those and get those out. So what I'll first start off by doing is just removing everything from the brake pedal itself, the clevis, everything like that. And then I will get hopefully all of the bolts removed. I don't know how to really film this because quite frankly there's not enough room up in there. So I'm going to get it all done and then I will update you guys once we get that done. Okay guys, so we were able to get the little clevis pin off, the brake switch, and then the sensor, which was right here. And that is on the right side of the pedal. So as you can see, we are disconnected from the master cylinder. Should be free to do whatever. I can't really get this brake pedal obviously off from this position. So I need to get back into the engine bay compartment now and get rid of those studs. I'm gonna start taking some off. I think it's those three I already mentioned, but if it's not, I'll let you guys know. Okay guys, we got it figured out. It is that bolt, top bolt, and then the actual master cylinder bolts are keeping in there as well. So we're gonna take the master cylinder out, which kind of sucks, but I have everything adjusted and we shouldn't be that big of an issue, which is actually kind of nice because I can get it out of the way for the hydraulic little adapter, which goes way over there. All right, guys, we're getting closer getting this thing out. So the 67s, it goes all the way up into the dash. You have this bracket here, and there's like tabs and stuff in the way. You got these weird studs. I can't get out. I got the steering column unfastened. So we're just wrestling this thing out of there. This is miserable. Might have to move the center console out so where I can swing it over. Not entirely sure. Whew, it's been rough. Holy cow, guys, we got it out. That was absolutely miserable. I sound defeated because I am. Yeah, so we had to take out all the bolts for the steering wheel, at the firewall, bracket and everything. Get the dash also, you have to put that all the way, all the gauges. And I had to pull down as hard as I could with one hand and just keep pulling and yanking and wrestling that thing out. That was miserable. I'm really hoping I didn't mess up the boot on my master cylinder for my brakes. I didn't pinch it or anything. Obviously that's just pulled, but wow, it's out, but that was just not fun. Not fun at all. Yeah, luckily looks like a good piece, nothing too wrong with it. I did bend it, so at least getting it back in, and it's a big long threaded bolt to get all the pedals and everything, so I'll have to figure out maybe a better way to try and get that thing back in there. But not fun at all. So we're out. So let's go ahead and get to next portion, and we'll go from there. We are back, guys. It's the next day working on the pedal assembly. So now we got it out of the car. The first thing we got to do is go ahead and grind off these bushings. We got a bushing on that side and one on that side. We will be replacing them with some Scott Drake roller bushings, a little bit higher quality. And while I have the grinder out, I'm also going to be cutting the brake pedal because that needs to be cut. So I'll do that really quick and update you guys after. This is actually pretty difficult to get out. I also had to use my grinder and everything, but it has an inside washer on the inside portion there. And this metal that they use is probably some of the thickest I feel like they use on the entire car. But I just use one of my body working hammers and it punches it right out. So don't be fooled if you just get the top off and you don't have the inside washer out yet. So it's a little hot, so we're gonna let that guy cool down. And while that's cooling down, we're gonna go ahead and grab our brake pedal because we need to cut that down too while I have the grinder out. And then after we get done with that, we're gonna go ahead and sand everything down with just one of these guys and throw some paint on everything. So let me go ahead and grab the brake pedal and we'll show you how we're gonna do that. Okay, so when I got all the bearings, everything cut out, got the pedal out here now. We got our roller bearing kit, hanger kit, Scott Drake Park. Then MDL sends you new pedals. So this one's for the clutch pedal, this one's for the brake pedal. This is the original brake pedal, so you can see if you have them together, you'll have some interference. So we're gonna modify our original pedal, brake pedal. You can buy a new one, but to be honest, I don't think I need to. When I could just cut it really quick with the grinder. So all I did was put on that pad on the back side as a template. There we go. So I put it on as a back side of the template, guys, and now all we have to do is just go ahead and cut it, which will give us the clearance that we need. I'll do that really quick with the grinder, and then after we get that done, I will switch over to a flap disc, and I'm just going to try and sand everything down just a little bit and throw some of my favorite roll bar and chassis paint on it, just to, you know, knock down some of the rust in the car and everything like that. So I will get you guys updated here in a second. We are back, guys. We got the cut up. It went really, really well, especially once I could throw a flap disc on there. I could round out these corners over here. Really happy with it. And as you saw, just flap disc the whole thing to get it all kind of cleaned up. Same thing for over here. So we're gonna grab some primer, get some paint on this stuff, press our bearings in, and I'll update you guys when we do that part. But for a little while, we're just gonna get some paint on. Just gonna do one coat of primer, probably just one coat of roll bar chassis paint, anything I have, because you're not really gonna see it. Just to get something on there to knock out some of the rust, and I didn't go too hard. I mean, I couldn't really get on the inside of the pedal assembly with my grinder or anything, so just where it's kind of easy to reach, just to try and eliminate some of the rust in here and make sure that everything is somewhat strong. Seems like all the metal is really, really good shape though, so Yeah, I figured, you know, I won't ever be doing this again. Won't really have the opportunity to paint this stuff, so might as well do it now, even though I'm itching to get done with this and get the car and keep moving along. So maybe rest some paint, guys. I'm not gonna make you guys watch paint dry, and we'll update you guys whenever you're ready to get the new bearings in. Okay guys, so we're back. Here's the brake pedal. Everything went together without a hitch. Super nice and easy. The issue I'm running into here is the clutch pedal is actually just a tad too long, which is giving me a ton of issues. I was able to get the rubber on there, as you guys can see, but getting this trim ring on there, I still have metal right here, which is right past, which isn't allowing this to get on, which I want that on. So I'm going to take this off. I'm actually going to trim down the clutch pedal, and I'm going to be doing that on the kind of flat side here. I think I just need to take off just a little bit. You can actually see this angle. It kind of bows out just a little bit right here. So if I just come in and take, I mean, not even 1/4 of an inch off, it'll fit perfect. So I just got to grind that down real quick and we'll be good to go. So we went ahead and trimmed off just this little sliver. As you guys can see, I mean, like nothing off of the clutch pedal, and everything went on without a hitch. Super easy, just like the brake pedal. So everything is good to go, and man, that's gonna look really good. So we're gonna go on over to the pedal assembly now so we can get our bearings in, and I'll get you guys on a tripod and we'll go from there. Okay guys, we got our directions here. Unfortunately, the way that they are packaged, they got a little ripped up, but we are good enough to get them installed. So pretty easy, and the directions are actually really nice. Really lay everything out there pretty easy for you. So big takeaway is this is how the the orientation which it goes in the pedal assembly. So this is going to go from the out or inside out with this little metal like wavy gasket looking thing. I don't know exactly what that's for. And then on the outside we'll put this big washer and then just a snap ring, and you can see there's a little groove there for the snap ring itself. Once we get that in, we're gonna go ahead and take some grease and actually put that on these needle bearings themselves. So should be pretty simple. I'm hoping my hole's big enough and I don't have to drill it out, but might be able to kind of poke it through. Let's see. Maybe. Looking kind of like just not quite. Oh, it's so close though. Looks like it's getting just barely hung up. Let's see if I can go up this one. Oh man. Oh, it's just a very tight fit. Lovely. So you might tap it in somehow, maybe. That fit through there. No. Oh, there we go. Jeez. That is a very, very tight fit. Oh, there's like no way I'm gonna be able to get that snap ring on there. Especially because I don't have snap ring pliers. Let's see if I can. Might feel good with the screwdriver. Let's see. Once we get started, I'll be able to push everything forward a little bit more. So I've done this before where I've been able to use a screwdriver, kind of walk it on there. It's just not easy. I've got a bigger screwdriver, and if this didn't move, let me go grab a. Actually, let's see if I can just. Might be able to. Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I have a pair of pliers. Maybe I can stick them in the holes there, like a small pair of needle nose, and separate them that way. I'll be right back, guys. this tiny little pair of rusty needle nose pliers. And I think I've used actually before for this. Just gonna throw a little WD-40 in there because they're very difficult to action. I'm sure that's gonna make it great for not slipping off those rings at all. That's better. Don't need a little work. All right, let's see if we can do this. Something tells me I think we're gonna be fine. All right. Oh. Obviously, snap ring pliers, this would take 2 seconds, guys, but I just don't have them. Well, all right, let me do this where I can hold this guy from moving and, you know, probably get up to where I'm got a little bit better of an angle here. Because it looks like I'm just going to have to be playing with this for a little while. So I'll update you guys after I get that guy in. All right, guys, we went ahead and broke down and got some snap ring pliers just from the auto parts store real quick. I sat here for a couple minutes and I was just like, you know what? I don't have a pair, might as well just grab them. I'm sure I'll end up needing them later down the road. And especially if it's gonna make things just significantly easier. All right, so we got it in, but it's not all the way in. We got it, there we go. So the bearing's now all the way out, but our snap ring is not in that groove yet. So push it on in there. Push, I guess, right that side. Alright, I think we're in. Oh, there it goes. There it is. Now we're clipped in there and you guys can see the rings are like right on the money. So that's awesome. Still need to lube those up. So let's flip on over to the other side. Hopefully we'll be able to push that bearing through there, hopefully. Alright. Same thing. Take the bearing. This weird waffly looking gasket thing. And it's gonna go in. Now, if I was able to get the other one in, I would imagine I should be able to get this one. Oh, a little difficult. Just needs a little love. Is it the paint? No, doesn't look like it. There'd be a better way. We're almost there, guys. working on my car. All right, we're gonna file this down, guys, just a little bit. I'm installing the pedals. Not right now, bud. A couple minutes. Alright, guys. Once I get done with this, bud. Once I get done with this. No. It's gonna be a couple minutes. Come on, bud. Give me 1 second, bud. My neighbor. He loves my dog. He's a good kid. Alright, so we at least got it started. Alright guys, I'm going to hammer this one in maybe a little. Whew. Wish I had a vise. them before we get back in the car. Okay guys, we're back at the car. I went ahead and greased up the roller bearings there on both sides. And then I put on I forgot that there's these two little plastic bushings that go inside the brake pedal. And the brake pedal, clutch pedal around the car. I'll see right now. I may end up moving the center console because, man, getting this thing out was such a freaking pain. I'm not gonna video. I don't even know how long it's gonna take me to get back in. So it's gotta go in like this, hooks into the dash. Those two bolts there are used for the steering column. So I'm really hoping I can get that in today and hopefully get the pedals installed, because at that point it should be pretty easy, and at least see 3 pedals in this car tonight and about the next 45 minutes. So we'll see where we end up. I'll update you if we make it. If not, then well, we'll update you when I do get it done. Okay guys, we got our clutch pedal and our brake pedal, and then we have our bolt that goes through. This is a hefty boy. It's a 15/16. So I don't have everything attached yet on the firewall, so I am just going to kind of tighten it about that much and just put everything through, see all 3 pedals there, and call that a night, call that a win. Man, getting that pedal assembly out has been horrible. And for anybody wondering how come I didn't disconnect it at the steering box, I tried. And apparently there's about a 6-month period during 1967 Mustangs only where it is actually built into the steering box, and the only way you can actually pull the shaft out of there is by removing the entire steering box. They don't have a rag joint on it, so of course that's what I had, because normally I had to do some pretty weird flexibility things that I don't have. So basically I removed the master cylinder, got it out. You can see this isn't bolted down, so while on my back in here I had to pull with one hand here and then kind of feed it through with the other hand. I ended up somehow getting a foot or a leg up here. I really don't know, but basically I was able to get it in by pulling that down, full body weight, and actually tapping it with a hammer up and over the steering column. So yeah, so for right now we're just going to put in the levers. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm levers. Pedals with that big long bolt, just to see everything up there, make sure everything's looking good to go. And again, I probably will have to end up taking that out for installing all the brake stuff back once we get the master cylinder back in and completely installed. They need to bolt this guy back up. I'm not going to yet. Quite a few things, but just for taking a win and ending this video out, we're going to go ahead and put everything up. I don't really know how to video up in there very well because my big self is going to be sitting right in there, so I'll just update you guys after. Might be able to actually show you guys kind of a little bit better than I anticipated. So there is our pedal assembly way up there. So we need to try and do this all one-handed. I don't know if we'll do that. Let's see if I can put this tripod down and still get at least something. Let's see. All right, so we got our big long bolt. Not fun, guys. So that goes through there. Next, it has to go through our brake pedal, which goes around the steering column. So we're gonna have to feed this up in there somehow, because why would it be easy? What was that? Oh, one of the bushings. All right. Let's see, is that the right side? Yes, it is. Yep. All right. Squeeze in here and try and get both hands. Come on. Oh, there we go. I can reach through the dash. The gauge clusters. Okay, that makes that a little bit easier. Oh, we were stuck on some wiring on that big long bolt, guys. That's what was giving us a pretty big issue. There it is. So now we're going to be way over here to the left. Which, oh, we are actually nice and greased up now on our, oh man, I don't know if I can really get you guys up in that good. Red hole, right? Oh my gosh, this is miserable. Enlarge that a little bit. Alright. Okay guys, well we got it in. I have to say, what a headache this thing is. This is not, it's not a difficult job. It is just the access in the room. Just, it sucks. But, hey, we are in. I didn't even tighten down the bolt or anything, so if I just press, you know, either anything right now, I mean, that's obviously not hooked up to the booster. Clutch is literally like hanging on from a bolt that has a couple threads, that's it. So, not too bad. Definitely have to change out that gas pedal now eventually as well to make it match, look good. Glad I painted that because, you know, it all looks really good. So yeah, I guess that's where everything's gonna land. Like I said, I still gotta tighten everything up. Right now I just have everything loose because I need to get the master cylinder back in. I need to get the other master cylinder for the hydraulic clutch back in. I got a lot of different things right there by the firewall that I need to get finished up before I tighten everything down. That way I have play and I can get everything, you know, get it appropriately installed, I guess. Oh, sorry guys, I'm a little winded there. It's just, you gotta do some, you know, yoga before you tackle this one. But we got it done. And you know, once we tighten everything down and adjust it too, we'll be able to kind of, you know, looks like we'll have a little bit of play with those pedals. And to be honest, my pedal assembly was a little bit bent, so I might have to kind of bend that into place. And once I get everything solid and mounted back to the firewall, I'm sure that you know, everything will be great feeling. I am super excited. We are a step closer. You know, every single thing we get done, and it's just another step closer, which is amazing. So that'll end this one. Modern Driveline. This is the only thing it looks like they didn't send very thorough instructions about some of the stuff. I don't recall seeing instructions for the pedal assembly itself. But I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's one bolt in the pedal, so not too bad. I checked out their YouTube channel. They have some things there, and Andy Cruz has a better video, some better angles as well. So you know, hopefully between everybody that has been posted online, and you guys can accomplish this too. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up and just say thanks, guys, for all the support. If you guys can go ahead and leave any helpful tips, tricks, or comments below, hopefully to assist others in their Mustang restoration journey, it's much appreciated. Thanks, guys.